Can you say hi?
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about Disneyland tips and tricks and how not only me, but I'm getting advice from a link down below. I'll post that link down below so you can check out some of these tips, because I'm not going to go over every single one of them. That'd be a lot. But it's a little bit of my intake on what helps me for Disney and what helps other people. So firstly, I want to discuss military discount. If you're a military member, definitely go for a military discount. When they're available, it helps a bundle. You save a lot. What are you doing? So definitely military discounts. If you can't get military discount, there's also places where you can go and try and find different discounts to help you. But discounts definitely helps a lot when you're planning a trip. Second thing I kind of want to discuss is saving money. When you go on any kind of vacation, most people's biggest concern is, where can I save money? Where is it going to help me? What's going to help me to save money? My personal intake on Disneyland is, firstly, not eating in the parks every day. If you're going to eat breakfast or lunch or dinner, I would definitely maybe consider eating lunch in the park and eating breakfast before you go and dinner after you get back. That also kind of depends on how long you're going to stay in the park. If you're going to stay from open to close, or if you're going to leave by 7, you can't always consider eating dinner at 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's just not acceptable with young children, especially. I mean, you could probably get away with eating dinner at 10 or 11 if you're an adult, but with young children, that's not always the case, and you want to consider that in mind. So if you're staying from park open to park closed, you might not want to eat dinner at 10 o'clock at night. That being the case, if you're going to do it that way, possibly take in something that you can have for lunch, so you're not spending as much on food in the park. You can take food into the park, you just can't take one big coolers or glass, except for baby food. Baby food is an exception for glass jars. So you can't take in big coolers or glass. What I personally would do is take in like the Smucker's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and bags of chips, something that doesn't need to be kept cool and that is easy to just plop in the bag and take in your backpack. That being said, also what I would do is, when it comes to eating in the park, I'd buy myself kids meal and buy a kids meal for my kids to share. It's cheaper, it still has a decent amount of food, and it saves you money in that way. Another tip on saving money for in the parks is definitely, in my opinion, buy the souvenirs before you go. You might not get what you'd want in the park, but you definitely get a better price out of it. One of the cases being, if you want a pair of Mickey ears, in the park they're going to be anywhere between $15 being the cheapest to in the $30s being most expensive. I bought Mickey ears in the past, and I've loved them, but they're one thing that you're probably just going to wear in the park, so you definitely, if you want Mickey ears, look on Amazon or eBay or something, you can find them for cheaper. For my kids, I was watching Disneyland tips and tricks on how to save money in Disneyland specifically. And one of the things I came across was this parent who was talking about the Disney Fairy, which is something that she created up for magical effect for her children. So the Disney Fairy brings them souvenirs in their hotel while they're in the parks. So I decided to do this year the Disney Ferry as well. Last year I bought them souvenirs in the park and it was pricey. I have a 1.5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old, and I just don't want to go in there and have a meltdown because I won't buy them something in the park. So what I decided to do was do the Disney Ferry as well, but since my kids are so little, the Disney Ferry is not going to bring them to them while they're in the park. The Disney Ferry will bring them to them on the day we arrive. Honestly, let me see if I can find. I have them all right here. So first thing, I got both my kids, and keep in mind I have a boy and a girl, but they don't care whether it be girly or not. My son plays with Barbies and dolls and that sort of stuff. He likes watching princess movies. He doesn't care, but obviously when he's older he'll probably care. So the first thing I got was I each got them one of these fidget spinners. Now, I don't know if I'm trying to get a clearer view. I bought a Ariel one and a Cinderella one, and my kids like spinning the fidget spinners. They put them on the ground, they spin them, they entertain them. I figured this would be perfect for standing in line and playing with them while they're waiting in line for a ride. Another thing is my son, and then keep in mind not everything has to be Disney related when you're getting them souvenirs. Think of what they also would like. We are also, I found the Cinderella one. We are also planning on going to Universal Studios on this trip, and I know there's a dinosaur section, and my son loves dinosaurs, and I don't want to get in there and him find a dinosaur and him have a meltdown. So I decided to also not only just get Disney, I decided to get him something that I knew he would like. Therefore, my son's only 2.5, but and these are recommended for 5, but you also need to know what your child likes and all that sort of stuff. I don't necessarily go by age unless it's a smaller toy, and I know my kid can choke on it. So I got him a dinosaur fingerling, and I figured it would be perfect for playing with even in Disneyland, because it'll keep him entertained while waiting in line. Another thing I got for my son was this PJ Masks figurine set. I know there's a little bit of a glare. I gotta put it downwards. My son loves PJ Masks, and it's Disney related, and he'll have a blast playing with these while waiting in line. Also, another thing that I got, and I got each of my kids one of these, is a Disney themed hat, and these ones have the ears. So like I said, you can find stuff that has Mickey ears or Minnie ears that you probably aren't going to wear on a day-to-day basis unless you're in the parks. I got these ones at Walmart. They were on clearance for $4. Perfect souvenirs, but you don't have to pay the Disney price. Like I said, hats and stuff like that. I bought my son a hat last year. It was $22. It doesn't have ears or anything. It just has the characters, and it was still $22. I got my daughter a Minnie Mouse pair. Like I said, I bought them each a pair. Again, they were on clearance at Walmart for $4 because they're putting out their new stock. Another thing I got was Tangled series Barbie dolls. My daughter loves anything girly. She likes to play with Barbie dolls. She likes to play with dolls. I didn't want to take a big doll into the park because it's just too much to pack around, so I bought her some Barbie dolls. I found these ones at Target. I don't know if you can see. I found these ones at Target so this one I got for $2.98, and this one I got for $4.98. And they were on clearance at Target because they've got the clearance stuff going on right now. So that goes into like saving money. Moving on to something else. One thing I want to discuss is getting to know your child's height and getting to know the height requirements for the rides. It comes in very handy. Most of the rides at Disney are kid friendly, but there are rides that, excuse my son in the background, he's playing. There are rides that have height requirements, which would consist of like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, or the Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, the Silly Symphony Swings, Jumpin' Jellyfish, what else is there? Soarin' Around the World, which is phenomenal, one of my favorite rides. Those sort of rides that are the bigger rides that could be a little bit more scary for younger kids that they put a height requirement on. Not just for that, some of them have height requirements for safety reasons, but some of them also have height requirements for the idea that it could be a little bit scary for younger children. So get to know your child's height and get to know the height requirements. I have a list of height requirements written on a piece of paper stuck on my fridge so that I can start to prepare myself for what what rides my son can ride and what he can't. He's 3 inches off from 40 inches, and 40 inches is the height requirement for a lot of the bigger rides. So like Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, those rides, a lot of the rides are 40 inches. There are a few that are taller than 40 inches. So like I said, you just want to be familiar with the height of your child and familiar with the height requirement so you don't have disappointed children when you get there. Let's take a look at some of these on the website that might help with certain stuff. There's some toddler tips. Let's go into a little bit of toddler tips because I have 2 toddlers and this is one of the most helpful things that you could get into with toddlers. If the ride is for adults with children who cannot ride it don't have to necessarily stand in line. Now they do, but they don't. So they have the same system that's kind of like a baby swap, but they don't call it baby swap. Basically what it is you take your child with you to the fast pass lane and they will get you a ticket that is like a child swap ticket. So what you do is the first group waits in line and then goes on the ride, and then the second group that goes through the fast pass lane and gets right on the line. Now, you don't have to wait in the really long line. You can go through the fast pass lane when you have the child swap. So that being said, if you have a child that's not tall enough for the ride, I would definitely do that because it saves you time in line. The best toddler rides. So this is a big one because you want to get to know different rides that are fun and entertaining for your younger children. A big one definitely is It's a Small World. Even me as an adult likes to ride that. I know a lot of adults don't like to ride it because the song is annoying and it's just a bunch of dolls, but it's very, very entertaining for young children. The music, the dolls, the colors, everything. It's very entertaining for children. So that's a good ride to go on. Dumbo's Flying Elephant. Keep in mind, Dumbo's Flying Elephant can get crowded, so the best time to ride it would probably either be in the morning or at night when the park's starting to close. This website recommends Casey Jr. Circus Train. It's cute and it's a fun ride, but I personally prefer the little boats that's by Casey Jr. The boats and the train show the same thing. you just get a slower, more relaxing ride with the boats, and it's really awesome. Railroad is a good, personally the railroad, which is the train, is a great ride for putting your kids down for naps if they're napping age. Get on the train, ride around a couple times, give them a half-hour refreshment nap. Rides that I might not suggest for young children would probably be the dark rides, which Pinocchio, Snow White, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, also maybe Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion. Now my kids did okay last year. My daughter was only 6 months when we went last year, so I don't know how she's going to react this year, but both of my kids did okay last year. It's just, you gotta know what your children's gonna like and what might scare them. Another thing, this isn't really a ride, but it's a nice relaxing place to go sit with your kids, and if they love music and love to dance, it's a perfect place to go. It's in California Adventureside, and that's Playhouse Disney Live Show. It has music and characters that they might realize from Disney Junior, and it is so entertaining for young children, and it's nice AC for the parents. Definitely, if you want to sit close to the stage, which last year we got the opportunity, we went and saw the show twice, and we got the opportunity the first time to sit up close to the stage. You do want to be waiting in line at least 30 minutes early. That way you can get first in line and get great seating. For parents with young babies, there's a baby center on Main Street, USA, by a restaurant, as if you were going to Tomorrowland. It's got rocking chairs, it's got hot water, so you can use hot water for the bottles, diaper changing supplies, it's got baby food that you can purchase there, or diapers if you forgot diapers. It's a great place to take your kids to change them, or if you need to warm up a bottle or anything like that. So that's a good place. They also have little toddler-sized toilets in case you're potty training and your kid's scared to sit on a bigger toilet. They do have the little toddler-sized toilets for them. Let's see. Labeling your toddler. This is a big one for me. That doesn't mean writing their name on a t-shirt or something. It means label your toddler. You definitely want, what I get is these emergency tattoos. You can buy them off of Amazon. I'll put the link to that down in the description as well. But you can buy them on Amazon, and they're tattoos that you can write your phone number on with a marker, and you put them on there. They're adhesive tattoos. And I used one on my son last year. It stayed on the whole week I was there, and this was even while playing in the pool. So you definitely want to put your name and your number on them, so that if they do wander off or get lost, whoever finds them has a way to contact you. This website suggests maybe taking a digital photo of your child. If you have a camera, your phone, whatever takes pictures, it says snap a picture of your child each day, so that you have exactly what they're wearing in case they get lost. You could show someone and say, this is what they look like today. This is a picture that was taken today. This is what they're wearing. This is how their hair looks. Everything. That way, in case they do get lost, if a person is trying to help you, they know what to look for. Let's get into one more, because we're getting kind of far on time here. And we can do, you know what? Let's do Fast Pass tips. because people might not always know about FastPass. I know we've had a lot of people in my family who are like, I wanted to go, but I don't want to wait in long lines. FastPass is a thing. So first off, with FastPass, it's free. If you have a ticket into the park, which whoever's in the park is going to have a ticket, you use your ticket to get the FastPass. Not every ride has a FastPass. Peter Pan ride is one of them in Disneyland that does not have a FastPass, but has a FastPass in Disney World. If you want to ride Peter Pan, which I think that anyone should, I love that ride. It's incredible. The experience is amazing. You definitely want to ride Peter Pan in the morning when the park opens. It is a line that gets really, really long. It does not offer FastPass. Like this site says, only certain rides offer FastPasses, and it expires at the end of the day. Now, that's not necessarily true. When you get a FastPass, it gives you a specific time frame to come back between. If you don't come back until after that time is up, you can no longer use the FastPass. So when it says it expires at the end of the day, that does not mean that the FastPass expires at the end of the day. The FastPass expires when the between time is finally over. So if it says come back between 10:30 and 12:30, if you don't come back between the times of 10:30 and 12:30, after 12:30 the FastPass expires. Your FastPass will also tell you when you're allowed to get another FastPass. So you're not allowed to get a FastPass for every ride right then and there. What you're going to have to do is get a FastPass to one ride and then wait a while before your FastPass tells you can get another FastPass. Another phenomenal thing, and I don't know if this says it, is they have a new system with their FastPasses where you can put if you have the Disneyland app, you can put your card number onto the app, and you pay $10 and you can get, they have this thing on the Disneyland app where you can put your card number of your Disneyland pass onto the Disneyland app, pay $10, and be able to get FastPasses on your phone. That way you're not walking back and forth from each place and trying to get FastPasses. So it saves you walking distance, and it saves you time, and it helps you get FastPasses faster. So definitely that's worth it to me. I can't remember exactly what it's called. I don't know. Okay, yeah, it says now FastPasses are digital, meaning they are connected to your Disneyland admission ticket itself, not the little paper slip that used to be distributed when you put your admission stick into the kiosk. What is it called? I'm trying to get that for you, so I can't remember what it's called, but I know it helps out a ton. And the thing is, if you get the digital one on your phone, you also get any picture that's taken with a Disney photo pass for the day. So that not only does the $10 include the fast passes, but it also includes the pictures taken by the photographer on their cameras. So in my opinion, that's 100% worth it. It's just $10. It saves a ton of time, and it saves a ton of money if you want the pictures taken by the photographers, which honestly I think the photographers take better pictures than the cast members who walk around with the characters. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. I'm getting kind of long into this video, and I don't want it to be overwhelming for anyone. If you have any questions, comment down in the comment section, and I will be happy to get back to you and answer them. If you liked this video, please subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. Turn on that post notification bell. It helps a lot in growing my community and getting to communicate with everyone that I would like to communicate. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!